What's that little red thing stuck next to Chelsea every game? This red rectangle that's stuck on foot mob. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be there. I mean, it's there like almost every game, and it's starting to become something that's really pissing me off. Chelsea and red cars. What a duo. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. This got to be the most predictable result in the Premier League this weekend. But hey, man, I can't say I expected much more. This is just what we do these days. Stick around to the end of the video to find out my man of the match, even though the options aren't amazing. But I'll be honest and I'll give it to you at the end. Like, subscribe, all that good algorithm stuff would be much appreciated. Let's get into this video. I mean, what else? What else do I need to say? I feel like every week I'm stuck on repeat. Like the record is skipping. Chelsea red card. We lose a game to Arsenal, or we draw a game to Burnley, or whatever. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. Oh my god! But this is our life right now. This is our life. We're stuck in sixth place. We're getting ready for the Europa League next year. This is life as a Chelsea fan right now. And let's start with this lineup. Obviously, we have injuries. No Esteval, no Kukurea. It was looking spooky off the ripskis. I mean, Cole Palmer on the left. In reality, he was really just floating. Enzo was kind of floating. Neto was pretty consistently on the right. But overall, just, I mean, I guess considering the injuries, this is as good as we could put out, but wasn't good enough. Caicedo, Santos, we know that we know and love this pair. Reece James, love him. Chalobah, Sarr. I was actually happy to see Sarr get the start. Obviously Fofana, red card, but no Badiashile, no Tosin. Sarr, I thought he was decent. Not amazing, but I thought, for his first big start, it was all right. Hato held his own against Saka. I mean, no Kukurea, but Saka, we'll get to Arsenal. Saka didn't really exploit Hato the way people might have thought he would. And Sanchez, Robert Sanchez. Here's the thing. You see his rating, 7.5. Robert Sanchez. It's a little spooky because we all can hype up Sanchez. We could be honest. One of the most improved players this season. He's been solid for most of the season. He's been honestly really good for a lot of the season. One of the best keepers in the league, honestly, in terms of actually shot stopping. But that's the thing with Sanchez. There's always that bozo gene in him. And I hate to say it because he's been decent, but for some reason, like the United game, like the Arsenal Carabao Cup game, and this game, luckily it wasn't directly him that led to the goals, but the passing out from the back in the first half was diabolical. I mean, I know we're trying to stick to our style of play, but at a certain point, if you're getting pressed that well, it's not worth the risk. And we were getting boxed in. But that first half, let's talk about it. Honestly, it was a hard watch. It was a hard watch. First 20 minutes, I mean, it was poor. Honestly, from both teams. Arsenal were looking better to start, but Chelsea we had our opportunities. We were knocking on the door a little bit, but in the final third, it just wasn't good enough. Cole Palmer, let's be honest. At some point, we had to have the conversation. I know he's not 100%, and I give him grace for that. But today, Palmer was just, it wasn't good enough in the final third. The decision making, the execution. I know he went down at one point, and I know if he's not 100%, at some point we just got to say, hey, man, let's hit this one out, recover. I know we didn't have as many options as we would like because of our injury situation, but just the amount of opportunities we could have had if Cole Palmer was playing like the Cole Palmer we know he can be, we could have possibly won this game, honestly. And it was poor. It was poor. Even Enzo wasn't great either. Pedro, I thought actually, he some good hold up, some good link up play in their half. Neto was decent, but we'll get to him. I mean, but that first half, we had some opportunities. I think Sarr had an opportunity on a corner or was it a free? I can't remember. Some set piece. Sarr had an opportunity. He just completely mistimed the kick and absolutely whiffed it. It was poor, but we could have gone 1-0 up there. Arsenal, they had some chances, but honestly, I thought we defended decently well in that first half, despite some of the bad passing out of the back. Chalaba, I got to give it to Chalaba. Gyokeres, I don't get to watch Gyokeres week in, week out. I see Arsenal games here and there. I try to catch them when I can, but I I've been hearing about Gyokeres. I've been seeing highlights and stuff, and now watching this man play for as long as he did today, put the fries in the bag. Gyokeres, you can't tell me this guy is definitively clear of Liam Delap. Now, let's be real, he probably is. I mean, finishing wise, he's definitely going to be. But the play, when this dude got on the ball in their half, on the break, 1-on-1 with Chalaba, Chalaba pocketed him. Chalaba laid him down to rest. It was embarrassing the way Chalaba was babying him. And Chalaba isn't some elite S tier center back that's some 1v1 defensive demon. This is Trevor Chalaba we're talking about. He made Gyokeres look pathetic, honestly. And that was massive because Gyokeres had some one-on-one opportunities and he did not capitalize on them. But it was all for naught because in the 20th minute, 21st minute, Arsenal win a corner. They're at the Emirates. You can hear the fans going wild because they already know. We already know. The entire league knew. City watching at home knew. Spurs fans, for some reason, still worried about Arsenal, even though they're battling relegation, knew. Everyone knew. 1-0 Arsenal. And of course, beautiful delivery from Saka, who, set pieces are his only contributions these days. To the back post, Gabriel, who's basically a basketball player at this point, leaping out the gym, heads it back across to Saliba, who puts it, I guess, on target. I mean, he gets credited with the goal. I mean, really, it came off Sarr's arm. So, I mean, I guess it was on target, so they're going to give him the goal. But it's kind of shameless the way he celebrated that. Like, it was a good header. But either way, if we're being honest, that's Arsenal. Set piece goal. We all knew it was going to happen. And this is why Arsenal is damn near unbeatable. Now, they've been beaten. And, I thought we had the tools to beat them if we were fully healthy. But Arsenal will defend for their life. They're hard to break down. And they're guaranteed a set piece goal every game. So you have to score 2 goals minimum to beat this team. And clearly, we did not cut it. After that, though, I mean, if I'm being honest, before the first half ends, was a couple penalty shouts. I mean, if we're being honest, let me know in the comments. You guys let me know the rules. You help me brush up on the rules because maybe I'm be honest. I'm the football casual. You see my channel name. I'm not some officiating connoisseur. I need to know: are these bear hugs legal? On that first corner when Reece puts it in and Declan Rice is bear hugging, I think it was Pedro. He's bear hugging someone. And then obviously, he also puts his elbow up and, lucky a pen. But the bear hugs on the jumps, I mean, is that legal? You let me know. There's some pen shouts. Either the handball or the bear hug. There's a couple pen shouts. And there's one I think in the second half we got to talk about as well. But we get another chance at the corner right before the end of the half. Reece James, amazing delivery again, and hincapie just basically redirects it. I mean, honestly, it probably was going in anyway. He just put a little touch on it, and then goes into the back of the net, 1-1, right before the half, and that momentum was massive because coming out of the half, Chelsea were by far the better team, and I don't want to hear otherwise. I thought for a lot of that second half, we were going on to win that game, at least secure a draw. Arsenal, of course, are always dangerous, even if they wanted to get one. Maybe it was going to be a 2-2 or something like that. But for a lot of that second half, we came out, we dominated the ball, we were getting chances. Arsenal looked like they were capitulating in real time, and it was just coming. It was coming. It was coming. We were knocking on the door. A couple really good chances, but that quality in the final third just wasn't quite there, and that's kind of the story of our season right now. Well, I mean, to be fair, we score a lot of goals, but in these big games, we just need a little more quality at the right times. And of course, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Arsenal corner. Another corner for Arsenal. And I mean, was there any doubt? 2-1. Declan Rice puts it on target. Puts it basically on a platter. Jurien Timber, good header into the goal. And of course, 2-1 Arsenal. You can see my energy. I try to come into these videos with energy, but you can see I'm just defeated because this has got to be the most predictable result. Like I said at the top of the video, Arsenal 2 set piece goals. Even Chelsea, we're not too foreign to set piece goals. I think we're probably top 3. I think of the league in set piece goals. So, or at least corner goals. So it's predictable. Arsenal corner, Chelsea score for corner, Arsenal score for corner. No goals from open play. I mean, this is the Premier League these days. This is Premier League slop, if you want to say. But Arsenal get their corner, they score, of course. Robert Sanchez was calling for a foul. I mean, I didn't see that. And the refs didn't see that either. Shameless. But Pedro Neto gets a yellow card. Honestly, I must have been looking away from the TV in this moment. I didn't see what his first yellow was for. I'm sure it was justified, whatever. I'm not sure. I honestly didn't see his first yellow. I just looked. I think when he got the second yellow, I saw the ref go to pull out the yellow and then pull out the red. I was like, wait, did he get a first yellow? And I got him in like a 3-minute span. But that second yellow, Martinelli's on the break, I think from our corner. Neto's matching him for pace. Martinelli just knocks the ball forward, and for some reason, despite getting a yellow card 2 minutes earlier, if it's one thing if you got a yellow card 40 minutes earlier and maybe it slips your mind, oh, I'm on a yellow, I got to be careful. You got a yellow 2 minutes earlier, and you, for some reason, dive in with a wild tackle against Martinelli. And he could have kept running, honestly. He could have jumped over that. But he takes the bait. Smart play. That's what he's supposed to do. And second yellow, Pedro Neto out of the game. I mean, I don't know how many. I think they said we got like 7 yellow cards this season in the Prem alone. And that's a record for us. But I don't know how many different players have gotten a red card. I know, obviously, Caicedo got one in the last Arsenal game. Fofana last week. I'm pretty sure. I mean, the lap gotten sent off. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, Neto today. I think Chalobah's probably got one. Obviously, Robert Sanchez has got one. I'm probably missing someone. Maybe Cucurella's got one. Something like that. But it's ridiculous. It'd be one thing if it was one player, like Sergio Ramos in his prime for Madrid, just red card monster. But also, he is a monster. But the fact that the red cards are spread out so well within our team really shows and demonstrates the discipline issue is rampant. And we thought maybe bringing Liam Rosenior, maybe he can sort that out. Maybe that was just a symptom of the Maresca era. But clearly, it goes deeper rooted than that. And at some point, you got to look at Enzo and Reece, who are supposed to be our captains. Reece is the captain, and Enzo in some games when Reece doesn't play. But the leadership, you have to somehow get these guys together. I don't know what else to say, but 7 red cards in the season already. The season's not even over, and we just got them back-to-back games. So it's not looking like it's going to stop. You think about where we are right now in the league. 7 red cards. That's the difference between us being in 6th and us potentially being in 3rd, challenging for 2nd, maybe, if a couple results go our way. That's season defining. And right now, we're just continuing to throw away our season, and it looks like we're getting ready for the Europa League. So, I mean, after that, all Arsenal after that, they got a lot of the ball. Malagu still comes on. Lavia. I'm shocked to see Romeo Lavia. I mean, I know they said he's been coming back week after week, but hey, the fact that he actually took the pitch, I said this guy is sus. He only comes back for big games. I mean, let's be real. It's a little suspicious, but for some reason, the dude's only back for big games. To be fair to him, when he came on, he looked decent. Press resistant as always. He was playing some good dribbles. He was dribbling well. Through some defenders, beating the press. I mean, solid from him, but at that point, it was too little, too late. Gusto was also decent. Honestly, you could make an argument Gusto should have started. He loves his flair. Like I said in the previous video, he was doing his little flick-ons and stuff, but it was getting us in good positions. When they came on, we looked a little bit better, but at a certain point, it was too much. Declan Rice comes off. I mean, Declan Rice. I'm hearing. I mean, I know we do the Rice Caicedo comparisons, whatever, and then people try to say, "Oh, Rice has left him in the dust. He's in Ballon d'Or conversations. He's better than this player, better than that player." Rice, this game, put the fries in the bag. Rice was not good. Let's be real. Rice was not good. Obviously, his corner delivery, big part of his game. Set piece delivery in general. He had a good free kick delivery as well. But just generally in the game, this dude was ghosting for large periods of the game. I forgot he was on the pitch. Zubimendi was not great either, if I'm being honest. He had one really bad back pass to Raya, who had to just absolutely boot it out of there. Eze, you're lucky. And no, I should say, we're lucky that our name isn't Tottenham Hotspur and this dude is just not petty against us, because unless your name is Tottenham Hotspurs, Eberici Eze is in Cancun. This guy's taking an absolute day off. But if it's Spurs, he wants to go insane. I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm glad we're not Spurs because he was not good. But brother, I don't know. Kai Havertz came on. I mean, this dude barely touched the ball. You could have told me he's sat on the bench the entire game. I would have believed you. Norgard, I guess, pretty similar. But we bring on the Lab Garnacho. I guess we want to have some transition threats. I understand that, honestly. I understand at that point in the game, we were down to 10 men. We're going to try to hit him on the counter. It makes sense. Garnacho, though, to be fair to him, he almost changed my life. He came on, he put a good cross into the box toward the end of the game. I think he was going towards Pedro, who almost got a foot on it, but it distracted Raya enough that it like bounced and almost went into the net, but Raya made a good save on it. That would have been magical. I'm not gonna lie. But didn't go anywhere. Then we bring on Tosin for whatever reason at that point in the game. I mean, I told you I'm tired of seeing Tosin, but at that point, what difference did it make? And Arsenal just see out the game. 2-1, cagey game, not the best watch. I mean, it was entertaining, I guess, from wow, this is really sloppy, so anyone can really get anything out of it. I mean, I don't know if that's like the best indicator of a game, and it's like I said, this might be Premier League slop, but in general, it wasn't amazing football to watch on display. But if we're gonna talk about the table, sixth place, like I said, we're now 6 points behind United and Villa. United, of course, won their game. They had a red card on the other side, so of course they did. And Villa sliding, continuing to slide. Now, the other thing is that's getting spooky. Our big differentiator in this top 4 race was the goal difference, and now it's only a +4 goal difference from United. It's getting spooky. Because now, even if we make up that gap, I mean, in order to make up the gap, we'll have to end up having a couple more goals than them. So hopefully we can retain that goal difference. But right now, it's looking a little spooky. They're catching up there. Liverpool won their game big, so they're catching up a little bit there. Villa are looking like the weak link right now. I mean, obviously us too, but Brentford are right on our tail as well. It's looking spooky, and we're playing Villa next week. I mean, this part of the season, like I've said already multiple times, this part of the season is spooky. We're playing Villa now. I say next week. We're playing Villa midweek, and we're playing Wrexham in the cup. Hopefully, Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, hopefully knock you out. Then we got PSG. I didn't make a video on this, but we drew PSG in the Champions League. Come on, bro. Come on. Not to say this is like the best version of PSG, and obviously we spanked them in the Club World Cup final. But the teams that played in the Club World Cup final and the teams that are playing in next week, or what is that? Yeah, basically next week, two completely different teams, if we're being honest. Or I should say four completely different teams. So honestly, this is still a toss-up. I mean, obviously PSG are going to go in favorites, but we have a chance there. But the thing is, at this part of the season, they'll be playing PSG midweek. Then they go on to play Newcastle on the weekend, then PSG again, and Everton on the weekend, and then thankfully we'll have some time off. I guess maybe, hopefully, there's no Champions League game in between there. But when we play City, I mean, it's getting spooky. It's getting spooky, and that's why that Burnley game and the Leeds game were so important, and we fumbled those, and now we lost to Arsenal, and it's looking like Europa League, maybe even Conference League. Let's be honest. But I said stick around to the end of the video. I'll let you know my man of the match, and honestly, it's between two players. Gabriel and Reece James. You can make an argument for David Raya or Sanchez. I mean, Sanchez made some decent saves, but the playing out from the back was not it for me. Caicedo was solid. I thought he was breaking up a lot of play, interceptions, tackles, but I wouldn't say it was like his best game ever. Raya had some decent saves. I wouldn't say amazing saves, but Gabriel obviously got his yellow card. But that first goal, I mean, this guy is the threat. I mean, to be fair, Declan Rice and Saka can deliver amazing crosses all day. But unless you have some, I mean, we see him score without Gabriel too. But the difference he makes just as a magnet for that ball, playing it back across, and just the quality of that header back across, it's ridiculous. And he also made some big stops down the stretch when Chelsea looked like they were knocking and Arsenal were crumbling. Gabriel held it together. He's just solid all around. But Reece James, everything good that Chelsea did today really came from Reece James going forward. Even there were some crosses that he put in that none of our attackers could capitalize on. He was solid, but considering that they ended up winning the game, I'll probably give it to Gabriel as the man of the match. Solid performance. I mean, I have him in fantasy, so I guess I'll take that one silver lining from this game, even though he got a yellow card, which does hurt as well. But either way, I'm yapping now. Massive game that we lost. I mean, you can tell by my energy. But like, subscribe, all that good algorithm stuff would be much appreciated, especially if you made it this far. I really do appreciate that. We'll be back, I guess, for the Wrexham game. No, what am I talking about? The Villa game. We'll be back for the Villa game because that's massive. Wrexham's after that. But like I said, I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Peace.